I didn't have my truck at the time.
You're saying the receipts were in your truck? I see we have here the plaintiff, Lacey Morris, and you are suing Aldricus Brown for $3,250 for what you say is the cost of an unfinished building for your dog and grooming business. Okay, let's start with you, Lacey. What do you have?
I am the owner of a room house called Grooming, where I'm a furologist and I deal with animals who have anxiety, pets who have, parents who have anxiety. I basically do house call grooming services to people's home. Since the pandemic, I decided I wanted to expand my business and build something to offer my clients, and I wanted to build a shed outside my backyard, basically, because I offer emergency services, and I was doing it inside my home, but some of the pets, sometimes they have fleas, and I didn't want fleas in my home. So I met Mr. Brown through his cousin. I do his cousin's dogs like every 2 weeks. His cousin recommended him. Originally, he was supposed to do floors for me, but instead he did some other work for me, so I basically trusted Mr. Brown. And I hired him to build a grooming shed in my backyard, and I've only seen him once. So if you look at Exhibit R, you'll see what he built. He came one time, basically threw it up, and never came back.
Oh, okay. And how much did you pay him for this?
I paid him $3,250, Your Honor. I cashed app him the money on August 4th, and he started work on August 22nd, and I haven't seen him since August 22nd. On Exhibit X, you'll see where I sent him $3,250.
Okay. Was there any discussion about whenever he did start, how many days it would take to do it?
Not through text message, but verbally, he said it would take like a week probably.
About a 5-day project. Okay. Let me now go to Aldricus. Yeah, what's your case here? What's your argument?
See, the thing is, when I came down there and started the shit, I had went to her house like 2 or 3 times on different occasions. But when she sent me the deposit, the $3,250 for the shed, I was already on a job that a lady had gave me $10,000 for. So
sure,
I was in the mix of doing both of the jobs at the same time. She called me like, "Where you at?" I was like, "I got a emergency. I got to go up and make sure these folks' stuff completed before I can come down there." But at the same time, I was having truck problems with my truck. And it came to an issue that it was raining. It started raining one day. So when I woke up and seen it was pouring down raining, I was like, "No, I'm not going down there." So 9 out of 10, they're gonna be raining down there. So I went and did some inside work. So she asked me just to send her money back. I said, "I ain't got no problem sending your money back."
Your Honor.
So I told her I spent $1,800 in material. She said, "Well, send me $2,000. I said, "Why would I send you $2,000 and I spent $1,800 in material?"
All right.
You
said you spend $1,800 material.
Yes, I did.
You've submitted receipts that add up to about $1,100. What was the other $700 for?
The rest of the material what I supposed to tuck down there on the trailer. But she told me she didn't want me to finish the job, so I didn't ever take the rest of the stuff down.
Okay, Lacey, go ahead. What did you want to say?
Your Honor, and he was just very rude. He wouldn't call me back. I had to hunt him down. I called him one time. He said he was on vacation. Like, I gave you my money to build a shed, and I need it done. If you look at the text messages, I constantly asked him for receipts. He never gave me receipts.
And what I tell you, I told you my truck was at the shop getting fixed.
If you had a receipt, Aldricus, if you had a receipt, why didn't you take out your phone, take a picture of the receipt, text it to her so she can see the receipts?
I didn't have my truck at the time.
You're saying the receipts were in your truck?
It was in my truck the whole time. When Ashley called me for the receipts, I had got my truck back.
Do you have pictures here of your dog grooming business?
The new shed is the W, Exhibit W, S, and T. If you notice, it's a little bit smaller, so the guy had to take down the beams and readjust it. He said basically what Aldricus built, I would have been under a pile of rubble because there was no nails, there was nothing.
Okay, Lacey paid you $3,250. She had to believe that in a reasonable amount of time, particularly if she pays you $3,250, is that you're going to find time to do it. Otherwise, you shouldn't have taken the job. So I am willing to say that the amount of money that you spent for the materials that you gave to her, you don't have to send that money back. You spent it on materials that she now has. Secondly, I'm going to say that you put in 1 day's work on the site. So I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $1,650.
We didn't even have to go through all of this. It was just the principle that you wanted $2,000 back. When I'm telling you that you saying you ain't giving me nothing for my time, like, it could have been resolved.
This honestly could have been avoided if he would have just gave me the receipts, and it just took him forever to do it.